Hello. Hello Jax, hello Gillian, hello Kayla, how are you doing? Just having a mess about. Hello Ruth, hope everybody's doing well. Hello Jane, how are you doing? Hope you're well too. Glad to see there's no bugs in the system tonight. Today rather. Problems last night when I tried to stream with Steve. It all seems to be working now, so that's good. Right, Dan. Hi Ruth. Hello Elizabeth, I hope you're well. Hope you're doing good. Take it everybody can hear me okay? One of the rare times I'm not monitoring my own audio, so... Okay, well you've heard me because I've just got a reply for Elizabeth, so the audio's working, that's good. Okay, cool. Hello Beth, how are you doing? Your head was spinning last night, Jane. What, was you not feeling well? Hopefully you're feeling a bit better today. I'm not doing too bad, thanks Beth. It's been just been one of them days, one of them weekends. Seem to be catching everything that's going about these days. I don't know what's going on. I think allergies might be starting to kick in. Hello Shan, how are you doing? How are you doing, Shan? Thanks for stopping by, appreciate it. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I've not really got any kind of plan really. This was just to check out that everything was still working, that my settings hadn't gone all up the spout. How are we doing, Matthew? If I knew you was around I would have done a regular stream so you could have joined me, brother. Thanks for that, Shan. So in the middle of last night's stream, do you mean in the middle of Steve's stream you started to feel a little off? I said yes then. No, it doesn't, Beth. Like I say, I think it might be the allergies starting to kick in. You're probably right, Sean, actually. You're probably right.
Your
The usual kind of thing, you know. The hay fever is kicking in. Yeah, there you go. It probably is that. Say eyes are itchy and nose is a bit runny and all that kind of thing. So yeah, you're probably right. Hello, Midnight. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Thanks very much, Jaxie. Appreciate that. You are a very, very good person. You're a good human being. I appreciate that. We can do some questions in a minute if you want. Or we can just chat. I don't suppose it really matters. What are you up to, Matthew? How's life treating you, brother? Been doing well? Did you get everything done? You're very welcome, Jax, no problem. I haven't, Beth. No, I haven't had the jab. No, I've had a message to arrange one if I want it. They give me the link to a website so I can arrange it if I want it, but I haven't actually had it. No. I think they want me to have it, you know. Well, they want everybody to have it, don't they, really? Yeah. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you saying that, Matthew. That's I know that's not great. Is it settled down for you, that, though, now? Has that started to settle for you at all? Hopefully it has. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jane. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Elizabeth. You've had yours and you've had no side effects. That's a good thing. Hey, Midnight. Did you water break, Matthew? Yeah, he's in more than one way. Yeah, he's had nothing but problems with that recently, you know. But then Texas has been not really. Oh. Okay, Matthew. So where you at now, sir? Where you at, Matt? You at home? Yeah, I tried it. It was some kind of like I use a digital interface, which is what the microphone's connected into. Because I use a condenser microphone, it needs a 24-volt supply. I can't just plug it straight into the computer, so we have to use a digital to audio like interface. It's a converter, and for some reason that was playing up last night. And every time I tried to like get it to turn on, it sort of booted me off Google for some reason. So it was being a massive pain in the backside. So I couldn't get back on the stream. It was like a little bit later on in the night I managed to sort it out by using a different mic and interface. I managed to jump on Eli's stream for a short while. But I've messed about this morning and got everything back to how it was. So fingers crossed it's good now. I think that hopefully it'll stay in this stay in this state. No problem, Midnight. Yeah, okay, Matthew, we get it. You're having a rough time of it, brother. You in Vegas, had to skip Grand Canyon, stuck on the freaking interstate for 13 hours. Yeah, done with Arizona. Yeah, you're. How long is this epic road trip lasting, Shan? How long are you driving around for? Seems to be like a proper a marathon of a road trip, really. Hardcore, that. Oh, sounded like it said response then. Excuse me, sorry. Ooh. Okay, usual kind of shenanigans. Top left, natural EM meter, as you can see, set to some, which is detecting electric and magnetic signals at the same time, which is obviously the natural field, not man-made. So phones, computers, things like that can't set it off. It can only be set off by natural energies. Top right, as you can see, we've got the meter K on the left and the good old mel meter on the right. Thank you, by the way, Beth and Matt. And the meter K is reading micro Teslas, and thanks, Ruth. And the mel meter is reading milligauss, which is giving us about a 1 to 1.2 kind of baseline reading. There we go, so 1.2. Temperatures around about 23.2 will give it. Obviously bottom left is the Echovox System 2 app going through BlueStacks, and the bottom right is spectral analysis, and as you can see as I speak, there's peaks and bumps and all that. You can see the artificiation on the screen as I talk in real time, so you can see my speech pattern, and you'll be able to tell whether any of the sounds that come through the app are within the human speech register, is the idea of that on the bottom right there. So a little bit of a rundown of what everything on the screen is and what it's for, just in case anybody's interested, and if you're not, well, at least you know now, don't you? So we'll see if anything changes. There's been one or two things going on in the house as it happens, so we shall see. That's why, what, sorry Jane, let me have a look what's going on in the chat. That's why you can hear one being repeated. Do you mean you can, through the alright, okay, cool. Yep. Oh yeah, you love the speech bit. Well, I think it's relevant. Okay, Elizabeth, no problem. I think it's relevant. You can monitor the speech signals and the frequencies. You can tell whether it's the human speech range. So whether or not it's just coming through processed via the app, or whether anything is said that is a voice that really isn't coming from the app as such, which I doubt, but it's a way of checking it. Maybe not the most scientific, but it's an attempt at least. Okay, so at the minute it's just a little bit of deviation in the temperature, but not a great deal, certainly not worth worrying about. And the EMF reading is pretty much round about 1, even in the natural field. Thank you for that, Beth, appreciated. It's nice of you to show your support by doing that. I'm just glad everything's working. will enable me to do a stream later on. Should be a regular stream via StreamYard, so I'll be able to throw the link out if people want to come up and chat to me. Obviously I'm using OBS at the minute, so I can't do that. Oh, thanks for that, Matt. Appreciated. It's a way of trying something, isn't it? I thought you would be like num and then meter, by the way. Unfold. I don't know how loud the app is for the audio for the app. I hope you can hear it. It looks like it's okay on the VU, what I'm looking at. For half hour, you know how that goes. We all know how that goes. Go through that too, keep stock down. Yeah. Yeah, he's certainly having the time of it. And now he's just been stabbed by a rusty nail. Not having a great deal of luck, are you, Matthew? Oh, well, no luck would be the correct way of putting it. So it's still around about 1.1, 1.2. The idea of this is to see whether the energy of a few people in the chat, plus monitoring the energy and some kind of speech synthesis, can trigger any kind of activity that's been going on. See if we get a reading more than a true spirit box session as such. It's been very sporadic when it has happened, to be honest. What, close or cloves then? True that, Jane, that's usually what happens, isn't it? No worries, Matt. We are here there. Careful. Just one or two things, like I say, a couple of things moving. My eldest son, when he's been here, has seen things moving around in the kitchen. One or two things have moved around up here. Rider. So it's just a bit of an experiment. Just a bit of an experiment, really. Apart from that, how's everybody's Monday going? Not today, Jane. Not today, it hasn't, no. But it has been happening. You've ordered all your crystals, that's excellent, I'm glad to hear that, good. They'll come in handy. And Shan's going to the Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum on Thursday. Sure you'll enjoy that. Roof's beautiful weather. That's a little bit further down south than where I am. It's not too bad here, it's not too shabby. It's awkward, I thought you heard there. Temperature's still the same here. EMF readings haven't changed. Yeah, nothing today, Jane, no. Shelter, I thought that said then. I sort of sometimes like doing these as well, where You just let it roll and see what you can hear rather than prompting it with any kind of questions. Thought it said natural as well. Did you hear it as well, Jane? Like I said, I thought I heard it say shelter.
Yeah.
Thank you, Midnight. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Naturally, M meter started to flicker then, by the way. Top left. There we go. It's moving a little bit. Hello, Private Tomcat. How are you doing? I hope you're well. It's the only thing I want to see here. Fair enough, Shan. I can relate to that. Naturally, M meter. Give a little bit of movement there. Yeah, it was deep. Deep voice. There you go. Flickering a little bit. Just a little bit. It's staying under one, but it was moving a little bit. Yeah, that'd be cool if you can. But probably. Oh, I was just going to say, but probably not. I've just seen it come up on the chat. Oh, there we go. A bit of a spike on the naturally M meter. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Thank you for stopping by. Is that what you said? Oh, Matthew, yeah, of course, yeah.
You're right.
You're right, that just said. Yeah, I'm a bit of an equipment sort of buff, Midnight. You know, I like using a lot of equipment. You name it, and I use it when I'm out on invest. I'm glad to hear it, Mark. Good. I'm glad you're doing okay. Glad you're doing okay. Good. That's what I like to hear. You've got a few new ghost apps. What in particular are you like looking forward to using? Because there's a few okay-ish ones. Not sure which ones you've got. I think I noticed earlier, by the way, that when the natural EM field went up, that I saw the mel meter on the right dip. So one went up, one read a high reading, and the other one dropped at the same time, which is interesting. If anybody else noticed that. There's another little bit of a nudge there. Just a little bit, it's trying.
Cool.
See if you can hear any kind of response in the audio map. Temperature went a little bit mad on the meter. You see the meter K with the green display. You see the temperature flickering, going wild. A little bit mad there.
Nice.
It did sound like it said Mark. Hello, Kayla. Okay, the mel meter's gone up to 1.3. Drop back down again. Glad to hear that the weather's good. That's cool. Temperature readout on the meter K, or the little black one, if you like, is being a little random. I'm keeping an eye on it. It's cool, Shan. It's cool. I'm not necessarily, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a slave to it all, but I do like taking it all out. Well, as much of it as it depends how many of us there is, you know, but take the equipment out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard actually as well. Janie, agree with that. Millimetre spiked at 1.3 and dropped again there.
Go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just said yes as well.
What? Who's
Thought you heard water as well a second ago.
my?
Yeah.
Three.
M.
You see now the natural EM meter at the top left isn't settling. It was fairly constant when I first started the stream. It's flickering a lot more. Not by much, but it is going above the 1. Like now it's just going up a little bit. And the mel meter on the extreme right at the top is, you know, changing, well, just flickering a little bit, but seems to be holding around 1.1. So between 0.9 and 1.3, so yeah, I thought you said that as well, Matt and Ruth.
Long.
Good ears, Shan. The temperature readout on the little black meter with the green display is still not really settling.
Done. Done.
No.
Oh yeah, Tom. And a knock then on the DC meter, the natural EM meter at the top left when I said Tom. Yeah, that's strange, that, Matt. I'm glad you told us that, Beth. That could have been a little bit weird.
No.
No problem at all, Midnight. Appreciate you stopping by. Just the fact you've been and said hello means a lot. So thank you, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Look up. I thought that said Matt, look up. I don't even know if that's relevant, but it said Matt, look up, or sounded like that. Broken.
We.
There. What?
Don't know if that's relevant, Matt, like I said, but that's what it sounded like it said.
You're right.
You're right.
What?
What?
You.
And when I repeated Matt, look up, it said you're right. So I'm watching the chat, Matt. So I don't know if it's relevant. There's a good chance it isn't, but
Not every
that's the fire. I should have paid attention to that a little bit more then. Something drip straight. Keep going. Keep going. I said Mark again there. That's what I thought I heard. It's something like that, Jane. I mean, it's a couple of minutes ago now, so I've been trying to pick up on other stuff, but that's what I thought I heard it say, or something like that. Good ears, by the way. People in the chat like picking up these little bits and pieces. It's interesting.
Please.
The hot water pipe, plexi pipes have a small leaking crack. Move that water above. Okay, naturally EM meter's flickering a little bit again. Did you really, Mike? Oh, okay, right. It's zip tied to the support beams above me. Ah, right. It's really, that's interesting. So there's a crack in the plexi pipe which is above you. That's interesting. That is interesting. So nothing on the mel meter really. It's pretty much staying at its baseline. Nothing on the meter K. It's just had a nudge then on the natural EM meter at the top left though. That's definitely flickering. Help with water. Hi Sean, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing good. You have to go buy new plexi. That is interesting. So it said look up, and you looked up, and the plexi pipe, which is zip tied above you, has got a small crack in it.
Yeah. Please.
Naturally, EM meter's flickering again. I mean, not like any massive spikes or anything on it, but it was is it, there we go, it's going up a little bit. Okay, well, no, like I say, no huge spikes. Yes, sir, you have to go and buy new plexi.
What?
Yes, that just said go. That is interesting. I've used this app quite a lot over the years. I'm not sure how many people use Echovox. I know a lot of people tend to use Necrophonic. I've also got Necrophonic, but thought I'd give Echovox a go today. Getting a little bit of a nudge on the natural EM meter.
Right.
Just again, a little bit. You heard Lent. You have to order this plexi, okay. If you're free later on, Matt, do you want to jump in on a stream? Let me know in the side chat if you want to do a little bit later. I understand if you're busy though, brother. Hello Maria, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Thank you for stopping by, appreciate that. Hope your Monday's going spiffingly. Yeah, sometimes Necrophonic is hard to understand. Yeah, I found like different apps suit different people. A little bit of a nudge again. I'm glad to hear that, Maria. Good, I'm glad you're doing okay. I like positivity.
Yeah.
Positivity is good. Again, a little nudge on the natural EM meter there.
So, cop. Yes.
Sorry, what marker? Do you mean me? Did I say you? Yeah? You up for it later, Matt? I said yes, it answered for you.
So,
Yeah, you up for doing something a little bit later? A regular stream, obviously, not one of these. I wish I could just add people on this, actually. Positively happy when you're done with work. Yeah, amen to that. I can totally understand what you mean.
no.
There's tiny movements on the natural EM meter. Okay, great. Cheers, Matthew. That's good. I'll let you know what. Well, you'll know because I'll be live, but I'll send you the link in Twitter when I actually sign it. I've not been on Twitter today yet, but I will go to Twitter later and do what I gotta do. Do what I gotta do. Something like later brother or something. Yeah, it'd be good on here, wouldn't it, Matt? Because of the multi-screen. I mean, I can have. Obviously, it can get too cluttered, but I can have as many split screens as I want on here. I've got 4. That just said. And how many have I got up? 4.
Il. Pon.
So no real massive readings.
Mo.
Like I said, it's been a little while since anything's happened anyway. Maria, you love the Necro. Are you a big fan of Necro? I know a lot of people like using it. I've had good results from Necrophonic as well. So, it's certainly usable, I think. But some people prefer one over the other, as you know.
Mark.
You just found a stockpile of PCV pipes under the house. Are they? Is this not a little? Oh, there we go. Again, another nudge on the EM meter there.
Yeah.
Maria heard a granddaughter on it. That's interesting. Are the PCV pipes not a little bit too late though, Matthew? So just I'll quickly have a look. I don't want to be ignoring anybody, obviously, but is there a way of adding people to this stream?
Fine.
I don't think there is.
As.
Oh, apparently I have a cloud bot.
No.
Yes, very late, yeah. That's unfortunate, that.
No.
Again, a nudge on the natural EM meter.
So.
Hello, Ted, how are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you doing so. Hope you're good. Yeah, can't find a way of adding people. So, am I cemetery vid? Alec, what's your name? Clear as a bell, it said Terry. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. You heard Matt again. I think it sounded, well, it has sounded like he said it a few times, I think. More than once. Another nudge on the natural EM meter. It's not really going up high though. Usually I tend to ignore anything that's anything below 2. Thanks, Teddy, appreciate that. Just experimenting with different devices. The sort of intentions to use different EMF meters as I do it, and maybe different vocal analysis programs and different apps in BlueStack. I haven't decided. I've done a couple of these. I don't know how wrapped up I'll get in doing them, but people are coming in the chat and we're chatting, so when people stop watching them, I'll stop doing them, I guess, and just do regular streams. Truth be said, I prefer the regular streams because you can have people up and a bit more interaction. Another little tap there on the natural EM meter to about 1.4. Have you noticed how the temperature settled on the little black meter now? The meter K, it was going massively random before. It seems to have levelled out now, behaving itself.
Oh.
Thanks, Maria. I agree with that myself, actually.
R.
So, what did you? Where are you looking to get the tape from, Matthew? I think I might have missed that bit. Because that'll save a lot of messing about, won't it, Matt? Right, you tried it, but you didn't get a lot through apps.
Yeah.
Sounded like it just said yes and agreed with me then, or rather agreed with you. Helps you learn. Yeah, I think a good part of it is that it's about like trying to learn things, isn't it? It certainly is for me. Okay, Mel meters giving us 0.9. Back up to 1. I don't know, it sounds a little bit like it's starting to drop. Okay, cool, Matt. A little bit of a flutter there on the natural EM meter. No problem, Matt. You do what you got to do, brother. As I said before, the top left meter doesn't pick up on man-made electrical devices, only on natural electromagnetic fields. The 2 meters at the top right, the Mel meter and the meter K, pick up on AC electromagnetic energy. Again, a little nudge on the natural EM meter. Spliff.
Take.
That's something like a sleep there. Should we get any kind of movement on the, or rather, oh, and then again another tap on the natural EM meter. And again. No problem, Matt, you got it. I have, yes, Maria. I've got one of them built into the Ovulus 4 as well. Messed about with it a couple of weeks ago, I think. I think I did. I'm sure I did a stream using that. But I've got one built into the Ovulus. I've got an actual physical device that does it too. I've got an app that does it as well. But I have tried that. Yeah, I've done a lot of pendulum work as well, Ted. Dowsing rods. I like to use dowsing rods. I haven't used them in a while though, truth be said, in a couple of years now. But I do. I have used dowsing rods a lot in the past. Mr. Thank you. Sham. Let's have a look where we can. Just go into this one section. Okay, let's go back to that. Right, back with you, sorry about that, I just had to do something. Morning Star, that sounds like it said Morning Star or something like that. A little bit of nudgicans then, no problem, Shan. When I mentioned the scratches overnight, the crystal on the chain told me it was a female that done it. Where did you get the scratches, Ted? You heard brother?
Cheers.
But didn't live here. Interesting again. A titty bit of movement. It's not a lot on it though, but it is flickering. Alright, yeah, okay, I got you, Sean. Again, a tiny nudge. Let's sort of try to nudge up. 1.2 on the millimeter. Just going above 1. On my shoulder blade where I couldn't reach. 3 in a line. When was this, Ted? Was this out on an investigation, you say, alright, when you was at home? Yeah, nudging up towards 1 milligauss. Jared, how we doing, brother? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you, man. I hope you're okay. I either just heard cheers in a or jizz in an American one. Millimeter's just gone back up to 1.3. So last summer going to the toilet bare chest, even my partner couldn't explain it. Naturally M meter try to flicker above 1 again there. Again, try to rise. Millimeter at 1.3. Sounded like it said, "Where's Mark?" Ah, good to hear that, Jared. I'm glad you're doing okay. I hope you're still staying crazy, brother. You're a fun guy. You keep rocking. You keep rocking, sir. Hey, Rev. As you can see, guess who's got working audio again?
Hi.
That almost sounded like it said Ruth says hi. Did you hear that, Mark? Yeah? Millimeter went up to 1.3 then. Naturally, M meter still flickering at about 1 milligauss. And nothing at all regarding anything microtesla wise on the meter case, so doesn't seem to want to be doing a great deal of that at the moment. Did you help me there, anybody? Yes, we're
back.
he's back. Oh. Okay, so a couple of people heard help. Yeah, not just me then on that one. And again, okay, cool. Cool. Cheers, Ruth. Cheers, Beth.
Friend.
Is that what you've been? Which particular one, Ted? Which meter are you watching? The natural EM meter at the top left? Because I agree. I've sort of seen that flickering with the words also. Hey there, Matt. Welcome back, sir. How are you doing?
What? Wait.
You're talking about that meter? This one here? This one?
Not.
And they said yes, sir. Then. Oh, okay, cool. Right, the mel meter on the right. All right, no worries. Got you.
That.
Yes. Did it say Matt? Oh, sounded like Matt. Naturally, a meter flickering at 1 again. I'll watch the mel meter. We'll keep an eye on the mel meter now, Ted. Now you've brought it up. Thanks, Jared, for stopping by. I appreciate it. You're a good man. You take it easy, brother. I hope the work isn't too tedious for you. Stay strong, man. Keep rocking. Nice big chunk there on the natural EM meter. Be good, Jared. Take it easy, brother. Thank you again. Hello, Shelley. How are you doing? That just said Shelley. Do you know what? Weirdly, I never listen for my own name. You know, when people point out that it might say Dave, it's something that I never actually listen to. All right, I'm with you. Get you, Matt. Yeah. Right, yeah. In the same kind of manner when me and you were chatting, you mean? Interesting. He just nudged up. Was it? Yeah, just a little bit. I'm from the UK, Ted. I'm from the UK. I'm in England. I'm very close to the. I'm not in Manchester city centre, but I'm Manchester. Oh, signed off for 2 weeks. About to, yeah. You do what you got to do, Matt. But like I say, if you want to do a bit of a stream later, when I get my arse into signing into Twitter, I'll send you a link. You be careful underneath the house as well, by the way. Watch what you're doing. Be safe. That's an order. You heard Mum, Ruth. Breathe. Little tap again on the actual EM meter. Just a little bit. Oh really? Okay, you're in Brum. Cool. Yeah, it's just a bit of a drive, isn't it? Down country or up country for you. Oh, okay, cool. Darius and Matt, you heard? Is that what you're saying, Ruth? Oh, she took it away. Hello, Brandon. How you doing, brother? I appreciate you letting me know you're there.
Right.
I hope you're doing alright, man. I hope you're doing okay. Okay, cool roof, no problem. That's what I thought you meant. Actually, I thought it was a typo, but I got the idea of what you were saying. You know, in a way, I sort of want the natural EM meter at the top left to fly right over, give us a massive spike. But then again, of course, I don't, because then it's a case of what the hell made that happen, kind of thing, you know. I appreciate that, Brandon. I appreciate that. I will say though, the reason for me trying to get subs is oh, there we go, a bit of a knock there. Did you see it? The natural EM meter top left is to get more people in chat, to be able to chat, to have this kind of level of interaction. The watch hours, I appreciate it though. You know that I do. I'm happy. Alright, cool. You're in Brum though. That's good. Apples. Getting a little bit of a flicker on the natural EM meter. Has anybody ever heard of a spirit caster? Piece of equipment called the spirit caster. Just say it, that said. Yeah. Yes, you heard Malcolm. See, I thought it said your name earlier. Okay. No problem at all, Shan. You rock too, sister. You stay safe. You've heard of a spirit caster? Alright, cool. I'll talk to you about that. What's it? When you're free, we need to talk. Yeah, man. Story time with Uncle Ghost. Yeah, man. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm interested in that. Whenever you want, we can type, or we can do a private stream. You know, so you can keep your idea to yourself, kind of thing. We could, you know, whatever you want to do. Just let me know. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I'm turning the back bedroom into a craft room, and it's a radio room. What you mean is ham radio? I might be reading too much into that, but do you mean like a ham radio room? Naturally, meters seems to have settled a little bit. He says, just as it starts to rise back up towards 1. Just Mel meters 1.3 now. Drop in. Here we go. Nudge on the natural EM meter. So after sort of account for the Earth's natural magnetic and electrical field fluctuating, I suppose. You're a licensed radio operator. So am I, Elizabeth. Actually, I'm a full license holder. M0 SAD. So Mike 0 Sierra Alpha Delta. I've also got an intermediate call sign 2 Echo 0 Mike X-Ray Whiskey, and the foundation call Mike 3 Mike X-Ray Whiskey. Hello, Angela. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, absolutely, Elizabeth. I usually do. I'm a big HF user. Normally 80, 40 and 20 metres. I use some of the other bands as well. 2 metres locally. But I'm usually on 80, 40 and 20 SSB, sometimes Morse. It depends. Don't do as much Morse code as I used to when I first got licensed. I'm doing okay, Angela, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing okay. And I'm happy to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Lost him, I thought you said then. That's haunted. Ghoul. There's a weird static crash there. Did that just say static crash after I did? Okay, weird, don't know, maybe. I agree with that, Angela. You won't get any arguments from me, yeah. Absolutely agree with that. You heard lost him as well, yeah, I did hear something lost him, yeah. God, I wish the chat was in time with... It's that delay, isn't there? That delay just makes immediate interaction impossible. Okay, naturally ME topping towards 1, dropping again. No problem, Jane. Remember you saying that the little one was feeling a little bit poorly. A little bit of a tap again on the naturally meter. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, but, well, when I done my foundation, Elizabeth, you had to do a Morse appreciation test. You didn't have to actually like pass Morse. I chose to do the Morse, so I can do about now. I'm probably good to about 15 words a minute Morse. I used to be a little bit faster. I don't really bother with it too much. And your intermediate good. I'm actually a tutor for the RSGB. I've got many people through their exams. Good work. Did I just say? 40 and 20 metres HF. Excellent, excellent, Elizabeth. Cut from the same cloth. Yes, CB was good. I started on CB many years ago myself, actually. Well, my uncle was bang into it when it was the AM days in the 70s. I was a little young then for it myself, but I used to have a little bit of a mess about when he allowed me. Just a little bit of nudge on the EM meter again, then top left. And then I started to get into it like when I was old enough to do it, when it was like the 2781 FM band and that. So. And then my mate had my arm up my back to do the radio arm license, so inevitably it did. A little spike again then. That's what I thought it said, Angela. It did sound like it said good work. So it can be a weird app, this. Go down to 0.9. Millimeter at 0.9, okay. Again, just a nudge. What, you hearing that, Ray? That's when I use this app. Usually in Necrophonic, I sort of hear truncated words in chunks and the occasional full sort of word. But with this, I sort of hear chunks that form a sentence in, you know, bunches of phonemes. So I've used this longer than I've used necrophonic. You might not have even meant that, and I'm just waffling. But anyway, what we got? There it is. I just heard it said. It said Spike after you. Tried the CB, ended up having someone stalking me. Even yeah, I've had that. Somebody who kept asking me for an eyeball. If you remember the terminology eyeball, you want to meet for an eyeball. Okay, thanks, Rev. That's what I thought you meant, yeah. I usually, after a live paranormal stream, go back and analyse it when it's over. Yeah. If I wasn't so lazy and like, I used to be bang into that because the sheer amount of analysis I do on, you know, like video footage and audio recordings from actual investigations, but I don't really go back over my own videos. Strangely, that's probably the right thing to do, Angela. Freaked you out. Says, yeah, the radio CB's had someone in a car could triangulate and trace you. Yeah, I mean, you can do that now with RDF antennas using Yagi antennas, beam antennas. You can locate them. You can find people on the third harmonic of a radio frequency as well, so they're pretty easy to find. So we've done that actually with like call it fox hunting. We've done that. Eyeball, yeah, you remember it. It used to go on metal, yeah. Yeah, there's like, I remember it, the good old days. Breaker on the line, any breakers on 1-9, you know, all that kind of stuff. Clean and green, coming in treetop tall, all that kind of stuff. You heard Fort, you should do your foundation course and do the rest. I think you probably should as well, Ted, actually. Remember all of that. Yeah, I'm just being truthful, Angela, really, you know. Just being truthful. It's, I'm not going to lie. Other people have done it. Other people have done it for me and sent me little snippets of videos and said, hey, I'll pick this up on your session, but I'm too lazy to do that. Yes, well, actually, that's true, Elizabeth, because it was 14. That was for square wheels, if you like, or home stations, and 19 was actually the mobile calling channel in the original incarnation of CB radio. But the more modern breakers, if you like, they most people, you'll hear pretty much everybody just hanging around on channel 19 now. Oh, did we get a fuck there? I had one guy with a hand radio telling me he was burning rubber and he was on a bike. Oh, yeah, there you go. Burning rubber. Mobile station. Yeah, 1.3 again on the mel meter. See, it's good fun. It is good fun. Need to pass the ham radio test. I have a Baofeng 330. I have some Baofengs. Or Baofeng. I can't use it except for emergencies. Is it not the technician class for you in the States, Matthew? I think you have another nudge there on the natural EM meter, and weirdly again a little bit of movement on the mel meter. Again, it's still nudging. Sorry about that. Yeah, you got the technician class over in the States, Matthew. It's not like I wouldn't say it's massively difficult. If you can get that, that'll open up a few possibilities for you. Hello, Shire. How are you doing? 19, Roger. Breaker. Side, come in. You should have said side, Shire. Side. Yes, side in. Oh, you're an exam invigilator. Okay, cool, yeah. That's actually how I started out when I was a Mic 3. Well, when I was a Mic 3, I was voted onto the committee of a local radio club. And a lot of the people that were in the club at that time didn't like the fact that as a foundation licence holder, I was a committee member. So I thought, you know, and half of these people didn't have the Morse, and that sort of made me want to get good at Morse to prove a point in a way. And then of course I done my intermediate, got my intermediate call sign, done my full call sign. So I'd done them all within 12 months. I'd done all my call signs in less than a year and learnt Morse code, and told them to shove it up their ass. And I had a good tutor. He had a really good tutor. Couple of good tutors. So very happy with that. I sent a copy of the ghost. All right, yeah, cool. Was that on Twitter? I've not signed into Twitter yet, Ghost. But I'll check Twitter in a little bit. I was having computer problems and audio problems last night, so I will check it. I will check it in a little bit, Brandon, brother. Yeah. But thanks for that. Something like that. Heard Ash and Pot. I remember you saying about that, Angela. I'm glad you're getting back into it, though. I'm glad you're getting back into it. A little bit of a nudge on the natural EM meter again. But and perfect. The other way around, that'd be an interesting statement, wouldn't it? Perfect but. Thanks, that's what I thought I said, Jane. Alright. But don't have the time, you have to repair people's computers with regards to software. Well, you get your foundation license isn't massively difficult, Ted, to be honest with you. It's, as long as you're willing to study, you know, do a little bit. It's I think it's still 27 questions. It's 25 when I've done mine, but 27 questions. You know, multiple choice. The basics about electronics and stuff like that. If you're fixing computers, I'm pretty sure you'll be okay with that. You pretty much find out on the night that you've passed. You know, apply online for with Ofcom, register at Ofcom, and then when you a few days later, you can pretty much choose a call sign online and activate it, and then you'll have a call sign. You can also use computers for digital communications, Ted, to talk around the world doing that. So I went to do my intermediate and injured myself, so it went on the back file, but I'll do my intermediate soon. You do it whenever you're ready to, Elizabeth. It's the person behind the microphone that makes the operator, not the call sign that they hold. So if you're happy being an M7, did you say it was an M7 or an M6? I can't remember now. Then it doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy playing radio, all power to your elbow. Matthew, where is Brandon's video? Yeah, 27, it's a 19 pass mark. The intermediate's 45 and you need a 27 pass mark. No problem, Mark. You take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. That's appreciated. All power to you, sir. Good to have you aboard. Thank you. Seriously, Ted, if you can, okay. Oh, where are you? Yes, of course you are. Are you in Ulster? Yeah, right, okay. MI6, alright, cool. Okay, Matthew, I'm happy with that if you are. Take it easy, Mark. Let's see if it can go to a 2 then, Matt.
In. So.
See if you can use it just using the power rather than being asked to. It nudged then, Matthew. We got a nudge. I heard that too, Ruth. Yeah, you're being mimicked, Mark. You're getting a pain in the back of the neck, Jane. A little bit of a nudge again on the natural EM meter. Okay, I'm going to watch this spectral analyzer for a little bit now regarding the words. Good luck with that one, Matthew. A little bit of a reset there, saw that on the spectral. Notice when you get like that harsh kind of chatter, kind of noise, it resets the spectral, so it's obviously a high frequency, picking up on a high frequency burst. Keep an eye on the meter then, Matt. I'm watching the spectral analyzer. I don't know whether you can see it, brother. Like then, did you see? It was like a harsh thing. Yes, had it, or yes, head. No problem at all, Ron. If you, I totally understand. Thank you for being here now. You're good, brother. You're good. It's good. That just said good. It sounded like it said good after I did. That bias? Okay, Ruth. Cool. No problem, Ted. You do what you got to do. You're good. Alright, cheers. Cheers, Matt. Like I said, I'm thinking of doing a normal stream later. Well, normal stream, you know what I mean? Using, just going out on StreamYard. So if you want to like jump up and have a chat with me, I'll sign into Twitter in a little while and I'll send the link over later. Hi, Elizabeth, cool. Bio, you heard. Okay, cool. No problem, Ruth. Right. A bit of a nudge on the EM. Doesn't want to go up to 2 though, Matthew. Doesn't seem to want to go up to 2. Yeah, that said, Mark, help her, and then yep, or something like that.
Love.
You're right.
You're right. Nudge again on the natural EM meter. Yeah, Brandon, let me know when you want to have a chat about your project. And let me know if you need any kind of even outside help on it. Yeah, no problem, Matt, I get you. See, I keep thinking that I'm here in helping to help him. That's what I heard as well, Matt. Sorry, Jane, help Matt. Please help him. Not long after Ron talking about being better at fixing pipes. Slightly nudging up towards 1 milligauss there, the natural EM meter. There we go, that's better on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come through quite a lot, them like robotic weird sounds. Okay, understood, Shire, no worries. We'll get you. Okay, so Mel meter seems to have sort of settled a little bit. Naturally, a meter flickering on about 1, but not giving us anything outstanding. At least not at the minute. A little bit of a tap. That sounded like a Dave. With friend? Something with friend?
Yeah.
Works, yeah?
There.
Yep.
Things settling down a bit in Texas, Matt. Is it still up in the air? That's a good question. Yeah, it is. We've had one. There we go. There we go. It's not getting above 1.5 milligauss though.
No. 2.
Like it doesn't want to push it to 2. That's working. Yeah, it's. I sort of get that feeling myself, actually, Sean. That's Rev. I sort of that sort of comes across to me. It really doesn't want to go up to the 2, does it, on the natural EM meter, though?
Indeed.
Yeah, it is trying it. I mean, in the natural EM field, a jump up to 2 milligauss is actually quite. That is quite a jump.
Right.
But of course, it'd be nice to see it do that. It'd be interesting to see it do that. Again, it's nudging, it's trying, it's nudging. A little bit of movement there. Really? That's interesting, that, Jane. Oh, of course, yes. Yeah, yes. Tried a little bit there, Matt. Tried a little bit. I don't know if it's going to give us a spike to 2 milligauss though, Matt. You can tell when that was processed, by the way, that the form come out on the spectral. Okay, yeah, I get you. I totally get you, Matt. I think it's a good idea. I like it. Yeah, absolutely. A collective energy to try to get it to 2. Nudged as soon as I said that. Can you try and get that meter to go up to 2? Can you move that needle to 2, please? Can you please move the needle to 2? Cheers, Jane. Can you please try and use our collective energy to move the needle to 2?
What?
Did you hear that spike with that female voice? Sort of got a miniature little tap at the same time as a female voice.
Right.
Again. Please move the needle up to the number 2. Can you do that?
No.
Try. There's a nudge again there. If you go towards that box, it will make the needle move just by your energy. Can you do that? A little bit of a spike. It says, Dave, it sounds like there's 2 voices. I don't know that it's pareidolia, but it sounded like the one ask, are they dead? Meaning us. Now, you raise a good point there, because this is something that's come up a lot, and I've spoke about this on a radio show many years ago and got slated for saying it. For saying, do they, you know, is there someone that side that look at us as if we're spirit energy? And got laughed at for that, so. But on a lot of ITC sessions, not just by myself but by other people too, since I'm not the only person either, but and tried it over the years. It's a theory that a lot of people are starting to like come out with. So oh, they can hear you and they're repeating what you say. Oh, they can hear. Oh yeah.
What?
Don't know whether it'll do it, Matt.
And
Something with work, I thought I heard there, or with words. Speak. Speak like okay. Again, a little tap. Yeah, it's trying, Matt. I'm watching the needle myself. Yeah, it's trying, isn't it? Oh, and another tap. I just think it's a fairly big jump for it. With a meter like a K2 or something like that, it's not the same kind of jump to do it. Yeah, then you know what I'm talking about, Matt. But it said yes in direct reply. It just said Matt, or sounded like Matt. Again, a little bit of a nudge on the natural EM meter. Bell meter's staying about the same. Help Mark, I thought I heard her say it. I said her by default then because it was a female voice. Yeah, I think for question and responses, you're probably more likely to get interaction with the K2 meter. Right. You're probably more likely to get, like I say, some kind of response from a K2. I mean, it could drag the K2 out. It's only across the other side of the room. Yeah. The irony is we're hearing voices too. Hear that? That sounded like it said. It did. Like I say, I've got a K2. I could.
Oh.
Brace yourselves.
At from
Again, when that sounded like a male voice, got a slight spike on it. Although when I looked at the spectral analysis, it looked like a processed sound, so I'm not sure. Well, we'll see if it does that, Matthew. I thought you said thank you as well there. A little nudge. Careful. You see the reset there with the high pitched noise? Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It said brace yourselves.
Give
If we can get one spike at 2, that would be really, really appreciated. Something use us or you've us. I agree with that, Rev. It sounds like he said there's that also. Yes, Shire, 2 existential planes. But multiple preternatural, transdimensional and supernatural planes, apparently, depending. Yeah, I know you do, Matt. I get it. I get it, brother. I know. Oh, it nearly did get a spike. It's barely got to 1.5.
Yeah.
Is it coffee then? Coffee? Is it giving me a hint?
No.
Purple? Leaves good. They're welcome. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's good though, isn't it? Because it's always good to have different streams about different things, so no, I like it. I think it's good. I think it's great, in fact. What would be great is if that needle could go to 2. It tapped then, didn't it? Straight after I asked, can you make the needle go to 2? Or can you tap the needle at least? Oh, it tried. It tried. It probably is, Ted, yeah. It did. It looked like it tried. Can you please make the needle go to 2, please? There were 2 pleases there. Can you make the needle go to 2? A nudge. I think it's just struggling with it, isn't it? please make the needle go to 2, please? Can you do that? You just picked up on it, Matt. That is how it works, this app, and indeed Necrophonic is, and a lot of people don't get that. They expect it to, yeah, 1 second, Shire. They expect it to, you know, give full words all the time in like a single burst, if you like. But a lot of the time, that is exactly what you get in chunks of words, phonemes. Yeah, no problem, Elizabeth. I'm going to give it about another 10 minutes and then stop this one and do a regular stream a little later. Can you make the needle go up to 3, please? Can you make the needle go to 3? It is moving a lot more than before, Matt. Yeah, absolutely. Can you please make the needle or any of the other meters go to 3, please? Is that what you heard, Matt? Okay, cool. Okay. Can you give us 3 sharp taps in succession then, please, instead? Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. We appreciate that. It's everybody in the chat that makes it, though, isn't it, really? I mean, it's the interaction, chatting to people in the chat. Matt, you like this app, don't you, Matt? You get things out of this one. This one works for you. I'm glad about that.
Right.
Usually it does take a little while into a session before things start to like build up anyway. You know, that's why I'm always, when people do sessions on other investigations, I don't want to be criticising people, but it's just an observation rather than a criticism, is that they do it for a short while and wonder why they don't get anything, when it can take a little while for the energy to build up, or even for the person doing the session to tune into the responses they're getting, starting to hear things. So yeah, I know that I know you've got into it. It is a good app. I mean, it's not for everybody, but if you wrap your head around the fact that you're listening to chunks of words that might like follow on from one another, and you've got to hear them as they come out, as splurted out, if you like, you'll find things. You find things in it. Hello, a bird in hand. How are you doing, sir? Ma'am? Not sure what you are. Be careful with that one. How are you doing, a bird in the hand? It's the crack in the chat and on the box. That's good in your session. Thank you for that. That's nice of you. I put a big amount of it to the people in the chat. I really do. I always have. Otherwise, I'd be up here talking to myself, you know. So it's definitely the people in the chat. Oh, thank you, Ted. That's also very kind of you. Again, it's the interaction at the level, your level, at the people in the side chat that make it. Thought it said Dorius then for a sec. Could have said. Could have been. Yeah, you've noticed that too. It does take a while. It does take a while. Bloke. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No worries. All right. Yeah. Just had to make sure, you know. You can't be too careful, is what I'm saying, when you're addressing somebody. I'll be honest, Matthew, I'm glad that you're getting results from it, or you're starting to hear things and it can settle. And you did say that when you've used spirit boxes in the past, the white noise sound gave you a headache and you couldn't pick things up out of it. Well, there's a lot of people that have had that, should I say complaint or comment rather, to make on spirit box sessions. So if it gives you a headache and you can't listen to it any longer, there's people who I do investigations within the team who have the same problem, and they can only do evidence analysis for so long before they start to get a headache, get fatigued and tired, and then you start to miss things. So yeah, I don't think I sound typically Mancunian. Oh, thank you, Matthew. That's kind of you. Yeah, I know you have, Shelley. Yeah, I know you have, and I appreciate you being there too. Hello, Mittens. Lurking? You? That's not like you. A little bit of a nudge there again on the nat, and again. Oh, it nearly went over 1.5 there. That's the highest the natural EM meter has been. That went over 1.5 when I said something to Mittens. I don't know if anybody noticed that. Oh, you did notice it, Rev. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Hey, Mittens. So I don't know if you saw that, Matt, but that was the biggest spike we've had so far at just over 1.5. Oh, you did? The white noise drains you. I know, I understand that. I'm used to it. It's just as well I didn't do one of them sessions today then, isn't it? You wouldn't have hung around. Again then, a little bit of a knock on the natural EM. Was a bit of a spike. Can you do it again, please? Can you go up towards 2? You did it twice. I only saw the once, if I'm honest. I'm trying to glance down at the chat as well. Can you please go up to 2? Can you please take it to 2? Okay, Matt, good. I'm glad you did. Seems like you've been putting your energy into trying to get it to move. It would have been a shame if you didn't notice it doing it. It's just a little bit of a nudge then. 1.3 on the mel meter. That meter K, the small black meter, has been very quiet. The aid of a pigeon. Yeah. We're sending messenger pigeons. Yeah, I can relate to that. They talk, I thought you said then, by the way. I can relate to that bird, actually, yeah. I've done some sessions where it burns out using the PSB7 and the S-Box, where it only goes so long and then it seems like it burns out. Weirdly, it seems like with the PSB7, and the S box, I'll get to you in a sec with that, Ted. With the PSP 7 and the S box, that responses might come through a little quicker, but then die off quicker. And with paranormal apps, that it takes a little while for things to get going, but they stay in more. Now I don't know if it's because they can readily use spirit boxes easier, but using white noise sort of annoys them or drains them, and then conversely it takes them a while to learn how to use a paranormal app, but when they do know how to use it, they can use it easier and it doesn't drain them as much. I mean, that's just I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying that's how it works. Ted, there's been one or two things happening, Ted. A couple of things have moved around, and only over the last few weeks or last couple of months. It's not really known for activity, this house, but we have noticed things, which is why I've got these kind of things out, really, just little bits of experiments to see if anything happens, but no massive amounts of activity over the years, just one or two things recently, a couple of things moving.
Right.
So
You just got dizzy. You just got dizzy, Matthew, yeah? Okay, I'll give it another couple of minutes and then call it. So let me know, Matt, if you wanna do a stream or have a chat later. Yeah, you get where I'm coming from then, Bird, yeah? Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if it's a mixture of us tuning into it as well as them understanding it a little bit better themselves. Like I said, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying that's an absolute. Is that the kind of stuff you're having going on at yours then, Ted, yeah? What, you're feeling nauseated now, Rev, or just mean that you get like that doing white noise sessions? Do you mean now? I went over 1K a couple of days ago, then I dropped back to 990 something, and then I went over 1K yesterday, and I don't know where it's at now, Brandon. Oh, Brandon. You got a look. You feeling nauseated as well? What? Are you, seriously, a couple of people feeling nauseated now. Is it because I'm running the app, or? To be honest with you, Brandon, I'm expecting it to drop below 1K again. It seems to be hovering around there, and oh, okay, no worries, Rev. You know how it goes, don't it? Like YouTube will remove some of the less active people that subscribe to you, so I'm expecting it to drop under. Yeah, we'll do one in a bit, Matt. I'll do another stream later then. Kettle and washing machine coming on, nobody there, really? Switching themselves on at the wall. I mean, a lot of people obviously leave things plugged in and turned on at the mains, but a little bit of a tap. A friend's house of mine, you could hear the switches at the wall, you know, the actual like power outlets. You'd hear them click, and they'd get switched on, and then the appliances would come on as well. So, hello, Sheila. No problem, Shelley. Oh. I thought I heard him mention before that he's got something sorted and he just needs to upload it. I don't know though. I don't want to be stirring the pot between you two with this video. Well, the impression I'm under is that there might be something forthcoming, so I don't know. Yeah, could put it down to electric surgery or something. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I never like to. I never like to speculate too much if I can, because I'm not there to check anything out. And the doorbell going too.
Close.
Light. Funny you two. They're always at it, them two, by the way, everybody. Oh, lies. Lies, Matthew, lies. And pine needles for an awesome tea. So what's this one? Oh, wild blue and blackberries. They should be ripe. And pine needles for an awesome tea. I don't know if I'd be shoving that in my face, Matthew. I've got to be honest with you. Does anybody else use OBS, by the way? And if you do you know if there's a way of getting people up? I don't know how to get people up here on this particular streaming program. When Dave goes live, goes, oh, show you Home Depot. Don't bring me into it, Matthew. I can believe that, Brandon, actually, yeah. Well, whose was it? Was it mine? Whose was it the other night, Matt? Was it mine where you... Yeah, it was on one of my streams. You were showing off a big plate of lamb ribs. So don't try telling people you eat blueberries and pine needles when you were there with a massive rack of meat. The evidence is on the internet. The video is on my channel. Dandelions make a good salad. I wouldn't know, Sheila. Oh, you know it, Brandon. What are you doing later? Do you fancy jumping on later as well? Are you up for it? I don't know what you're doing, and if you're busy, that's fine. A little bit of a nudge on the natural EM meter. Or unless you want to stream, Brandon, and I'll jump on yours, whatever you want to do. Same with you, Matt. It's, yeah, that's it. Might need to get some Imodium. Would have thought pine needles would have given you that. Fly the colours on the pole I'm rocking. So you're a bit sceptic unless you experience it yourself, then you won't believe. I know a lot of people that are like that. And that's fair enough. I understand that. I understand that completely. You streaming your back, yeah, alright then, cool, yeah, we'll do. I'll do it a little bit later on, Brandon. I'll get something to eat and chill for a bit, and I'll restream later, but using StreamYards. Oh, did we nearly get a 1.5 there? Obviously I use this because I can use multi-screens. Dandelion tea with the dandelion milk. I don't know if I could handle that, I've got to be honest. It just doesn't sound appealing. It really doesn't sound appealing. A tiny bit of a nudge. So, God bless the Queen and run into all's pecker Thursday. That's what I like to say.
Yeah.
Like to say that I appreciate that, Brandon.
Uh,
Nearly. Yeah, I hear you. I think you still want to start.
Jesus.
Are you feeling the urge, Sheila, yeah? You feeling the urge? Do that gardening. Potting a few plants. Fair play to you. Mel meter seems to be at about 1.1, not doing a great deal. Let's have a look at this. What's this? About creating kind of wood board for spirits to more easily to communicate, just trying to figure out how to pull it off. Or like a Ouija. Okay, yeah, I get you.
Here.
I think all forms of ITC are worth doing, me mittens, personally. I've done water ITC, smoke ITC. Did that just say fuck me? Yes. Did anybody else say that then? Did we just get a potty mouth?
Sarah. Hold. Thing. It.
It sounded like it said that, Sheila. But I don't know. Should anybody ever feel inclined to listen back over this? It was at about 2 hours, 8 minutes, 40 something seconds. You thought you've heard it a few times, Bird? It just sounded pretty standoutish that particular time. Okay, maybe not. Said it'll be about 2 hours, 8 minutes, 40 odd seconds if it's there. Not sure about that one. Could have been. Could have said that. Yeah, I'm hoping a couple of other people might heard that it might have sounded something like that rather than it just being me, you know. And Matthew Grills. There you go, you're Matthew Grills now, Matt.
True. Yeah, I've wondered if I've projected my subconscious onto it before now. Still staying around 1. I don't think it's going to give us that spike to 2, Matthew, before he end it. I can't see it. We tried, brother. I'm also entitled to agree with what Sheila said as well. That if it was your subconscious, it would have been worse. No problem, Matt. I'm only going to give it a few more minutes and then grab some supplies and I'll stream later on. I'll sign into Twitter soon as well, Brandon, and I'll check your message, by the way. Give us a spike to the 2, please.
Make the needle go to 2. What, are you going live to show us you're at the shop, Matthew? Or are you doing a proper stream? Because if you're doing a proper stream, I won't bother streaming. Let me know what you're thinking, if you'd be so kind, sir. You're going to be Matthew Ray Mears. Good luck with that one. I will do, Brandon. Seriously, I'm going to finish this stream in a couple of minutes, and I'll sign into Twitter, and I'll check it out. Just wait till I get a reply off Matthew. Find out what he's intending to do. Fish? Did I say fish? Hello, Shrimp. How are you doing? You heard it? You heard it, Brandon, yeah? Hi, Shrimp. Where have you been, Shrimp? Where have you been? So it said like broke metal or regimental something. I'm not sure what it said. I'm glad to hear it, Shrimp. I'm glad you're doing okay. Good. I'm glad you're alright. Thought it said ops there as well. You'll do a proper BS stream. Alright, so you're not doing a real stream then? Okay, whatever. Hello, Mo. Okay, well I'll just do a stream later, Matt, and then if you want to jump on that, jump on that, but I'll keep an eye out in case you do go out after I stop. Okay, I sort of need a definitive answer off you really, so I can plan what I'm doing. Sang that to him the other day, Sheila. Hello, Mo. What do you know? I just got back from Kokomo. He didn't answer though. He didn't answer that. I don't blame him, but he didn't answer it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this one actually soon, Shrimp. I'll message you later, but I'm gonna stop this one and do another one later tonight, and hopefully get Matt up with me, and well, whoever else is willing to join me, really. Can you please make it go up to 3? I might be asking too much there. Can you please make it go up to 2, please? The needle before I call it. I'm going to end in a moment. Can you please make it go to 2 before I stop? Can you do that, please?
4, 8.
So 5.
Dave? Can you please make it go to 2?
use I
What?
I don't think it's going to do it for us, is it?
Leap
I don't think it's going to do it for us.
rest on
Yeah.
drag
5.
Look. Can you please make the needle go to 2?
Press.
yeah I
I don't think it's going to do it for us. Poke your nose. I hope it didn't say that, Ron, because I was actually rubbing my nose because my allergies have been playing up a little bit, so that would be a little bit strange. Or interesting, should I say, but it could have done. I don't think it's going to do it for us, is it? Well, it was worth a go. It was certainly worth an attempt, wasn't it? It was worth a go. Sorry, had to marinate chicken with curry paste. That sounds okay to me. Sounds alright to me, that, Ted. Don't ever apologise for marinated chicken. It's always a good thing. Okay, well, it doesn't look like it's going to do it for us, so I need to get some supplies, but thanks everybody for coming along. It looks like Matt will be going out. I'll see how that one goes, and then maybe when he stops later on I'll do another one. We'll just see what happens with that. But thanks to everybody for joining me. Watch out for me coming on a bit later or being somewhere, you know the deal. I love you all, appreciate it very, very much. What is Hollyhocks? Madness. I love it really though. I love all the craziness, it's good. Okay, cool. Right guys, so I'll say see ya, and be good, be safe, speak to you very soon. Like I say, watch out for me. I'll probably be back later at some stage. Be good.